Hi guys, my name is Anthony Bika. I'm the lead consultant at CBI Travels Limited, and today I'll be talking about different options to explore to stay back in the UK after your study, or alternatives to explore maybe to a different country you can look at, especially with the ever-changing immigration policies in the UK. Recently, there's been a lot of changes to the UK immigration policy, changes that will affect the length of time it takes for you to become an ILR or that affects how you bring your dependents. Now, here are 5 ways you can ensure your continued stay in the UK after your studies or if you wish to relocate to countries like Canada. I'll start with the option that I feel is the most reasonable. That's relocating to Canada as a student. Now, if you have a family and you wish to travel with your dependents, the best option would be to apply for an MSc master's program in Canada. With a master's program, you can take your dependents along. Now, when you're in Canada as a student or as a master's student, you have a clearer path to becoming a permanent resident and a citizen as opposed to the UK where they are proposing to increase the length of years to become an ILR from 5 years to 10 to 15 years. To put things in perspective, the length of your master's program in Canada is 2 years on the average. And once you finish your master's program, you qualify for a 3 years PGWP. Now that's 5 years. After that 5 years, you're qualified to become a PR, which will take 3 years before you become a citizen. So at the end of the day, when you put all these years together, it's still relatively shorter than the length of time it takes to be a citizen in the UK. The second option is PR through the healthcare route. Now, if you've had like about 2 to 3 years experience as a carer, a nurse aide, or a support worker, you can qualify for this route and apply. Now, I wouldn't say this is the most viable option based on the fact that in recent times the CRS score has gone way up, making it almost impossible to attain this. But it's an option anyway. So if you feel like you're qualified, you can always try this. Check online, check on the Canadian the CRS portal, try to calculate your score and see if you meet the requirement. And if you have any questions, you can always circle back to us and ask your questions. I will be happy to help you. You can always apply for another program. Could be a second master's in a related course or a different course you're interested in, or you can go for a PhD. Now, I'll try to explain briefly the advantages and disadvantages between two of them. So, for the advantages, the master's program is shorter. I'm not sure if this is an advantage in this regard, but because it's shorter, it's less expensive. Now, the tuition fee for the master's program, the second master's program, will be for 1 year, and also the IHS will be for 1 year. Meanwhile, for the PhD, on the average, the PhD is around 3 to 4 years in the UK. Now, the tuition is paid yearly, so you have to pay tuition for the number of years you'll be doing your PhD for. And also, the IHS is calculated per year. So if it's 3 years or 4 years, you have to pay IHS times 4. So if the IHS is £1,200, that would be 1,200 times 4. And if you have dependents, you pay IHS for all of them. So if you have a family of 4, you'll be looking at IHS for 4. That's 1,200 times 4. That's roughly about 800. It's like 4,800. 4,800 times 4, which is the number of years you'll be running your PhD for, will give you roughly about 19,200. Now remember, you've not added your visa fee for the four family, and visa is roughly around £500. So that's like 500 times 2. Sorry, that's 500 times 4. That is about £2,000 plus the £19,800. So that will give you roughly around 21,800. But then weigh over 20,000 pounds, so which is a lot, right, compared to the masters. But the advantage is, if you're applying for a PhD after you've gotten your masters already, then you can bring your dependents. Then your dependents can stay with you on your PhD visa. Then also, because the PhD is 4 years, you have a longer time to remain in the UK. Your dependent, your wife or your husband, will have a longer time to work and save up money for when you complete your program and you decide to relocate or pursue a different immigration path. And also, when you do your PhD, another advantage is this: when you do your PhD, you can easily apply to be a lecturer at the university. You do your PhD, and with a PhD, you're a bit more marketable than an MSc holder. As a student, you can apply for or switch to the innovators visa. Now, with this type of visa, you can bring your dependents. This type of visa is for people with trade or skills. So you could be a hairstylist, you could be a cosmetologist, you could be a masseuse. If you have any skills, you can apply for this type of visa. So all you need to do is to ensure you have the requisite knowledge and skills, register your business or your company, then try to go for a training or certification in the UK. So the body that covers that particular profession or that skill trade can recognize you and give you a certificate. And I mean, when you get this, you can apply for the innovators visa and bring your dependents. This is a good one actually. The last but not the least is the global talent visa. Now, for this, you most likely need to book for a consultation because it's a bit more complex or complicated. But anyway, I'll try to explain it as best as I can. So, with a global talent visa, you just need to have a talent that's global or that can be taken globally. And with this type of visa, you need to have had like a portfolio to show the works you've done in the past, a body or organization that recognizes your work, your effort. So when you have all this, it will be easier to apply for the global talent visa. Now, I have, or rather, we have a student that came to the UK. Was it 2013? No, sorry, 2023. She came to the UK. Now, before moving to the UK as a student, she was an actress in Nigeria. She's done some work, and she has the portfolio. So she's registered. She's registered, and she has a portfolio of all the work she's done, the series, the movies, and everything she's done. So moving down to the UK, she got into the theaters, got registered to the movie or theater or drama board. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what they call it. And she did some stage plays and all of that. Then eventually, she decided to apply for the global talent visa. And part of the things she presented was her portfolio from her acting in Nigeria, which was tight. Then also her portfolio from acting the stage plays in the UK, and the drama team or the set she was working with, the company, they recognized her and they gave her reference. So with all this combined and meeting other little requirements, she got a global talent visa. So this is another good one, and I think you can also bring your dependents on this type of visa. Honorable mention is the work sponsorship. So if you're in the UK as a student, you're done studying and you're using up your post-study visa, you can apply to a company or for any job that will sponsor you. Now, I say honorable mention because this particular option has proven to be very difficult lately, especially with the influx of international students in the UK. So it's a bit congested, and the job market is oversaturated. So now it's become very difficult to see companies that would want to sponsor you, hence the honorable mention. But anyway, it's still not impossible. I know a few students that's gotten sponsorships, either care sponsorships, as a project manager, and some other high profile jobs. So once you're done with your studies, you can start applying. Even as a student, I tell people, or rather, I tell my students, even as a student, you can start applying. You might not necessarily apply for permanent roles. You can apply for internship positions, and if you get it, don't pay any mind to whatever it is they're paying you. Even if they don't pay you, you can easily take the internship job and try to add value. Now, if the company sees value in your work, sees value in you, they will most likely retain you, because if you're good for the internship, then also you should be good for the permanent position. So just try to go above board, do the best you can, and do more. Just try to give value to the company, and most likely they'll retain you. So another good way to stay back in the UK after your studies is getting sponsorship from your employer. That's all I have for you today. I hope it's been very helpful and insightful. So if you enjoyed this video and you want more, if you enjoyed this video and you want more videos like this, subscribe, and yeah, just subscribe, drop your comments, and yeah, if you have any questions, drop your comments. I'll be happy to help. Then if you need a one-on-one consultation, just let me know, and we'll book an appointment for you. So until the next one, see you guys. Cheers.